Alright folks, hello and welcome to another Minecraft video. More stuff on not just Twitter regarding update 1.7. Just yesterday on the 24th, Notch spoiled, well actually he didn't quite spoil, he sort of left it up to the community, but he wrote, here's a spoiler screenshot, but I forgot one letter and put question mark instead. Oops. And the picture was, here it is. Hold on. Ta-da! The letter was E, and it's impossible to really tell what's going on. You see, what can be seen from this view is some weird explosion-looking stuff and a very awkwardly tilted moon, and of course it's night outside and it's dark, and we see some sand, but nothing can really be told of this picture, which is why, of course, I'm going to bring it into Photoshop and take a look. And actually, before I do that though, another thing Notch has been sort of pushing. He wrote, 1.7 is still nowhere near done. If people want, we could do a piston-only release and push the adventure stuff up to the next update. And most people have said yes, so I'm expecting maybe 1.7 and the adventure update will be completely separate things. We have yet to see. Maybe 1.7 will entail pistons, and then 1.8 will be the infamous adventure update. We'll have to see. It all depends on what Notch decides. And I'm actually glad he's taking his time with this. It's not something he wants to get out as quickly as possible. It's something he wants to perfect, because I feel like the adventure update is going to be, for the most part, a game changer. Hopefully. Hopefully. I'm hoping for the best. Alright, so I took that older screenshot into, not older screenshot, but I took the screenshot that Notch spoiled into Photoshop, and now let's lighten it up a bit and see what we can make out. Alright, already some crazy stuff. So what we can clearly tell is, here we've got Minecraft Steve, and he's walking on what looks like a cloud. Wow. This is fantastic. I have no idea. The other videos I've made regarding caves, there's been prior knowledge to work off of, whereas I could say there are going to be expanded dungeons, because we already have dungeons. Or I could say we're going to have bigger caves, because we already have caves. This, I have no idea. I have no clue, because we don't have anything that flies in Minecraft, unless it's thrown or like projected by the player. We don't have any means of transport that does something like this, and there's really nothing in the game that this resembles. So this is going to be largely speculation, but in light of the other things we know, we'll call them educated guesses. This looks like a flying nimbus, a cloud that Steve is walking on. I kind of assume, I get the feeling that this is going to be the way back down from Dreamland. Now, Notch said that he doesn't want the Ether, and the Ether is the opposite of the Nether. It's actually sort of a mod being worked on by people. It's this thing that's been suggested for the longest time, but it's the extreme polar opposite of the Nether. It's the Sky Realm. And recently Notch has posted up pictures, and I'm sure many of you have, and some of you can easily find out how through YouTube. There's a way, using the Minecraft files that exist now, to rip out the sky dimensions that Notch has already put into the game that just haven't been implemented as a custom map. And it's just a whole bunch of floating islands and stuff in the sky. This does not look like that. But Notch doesn't want an Ether, he wants dream worlds. Which leads me to the idea that, first of all, it's nighttime. I can't tell from this screenshot whether or not it's the end of nighttime or the beginning of nighttime, but I can say I'm going to guess that it's the end of nighttime, and this is the way back from Dreamland. Because I don't think you can die. Well, actually, that's a silly thing to assume, because then it would kind of be a waste, but I'm hoping that you can't really really like actually die in Dreamlands. So I'm assuming if you fall from these sky dimensions, and it'll probably happen at night, and actually now that I think about it, so that time doesn't pass, maybe no time will pass in the regular Minecraft world while you're up there, so this might just be the beginning of night, and you just went to sleep, and now you've fallen back down and no time has passed. And instead of falling down from these sky dimensions, from these floating islands, instead of falling down and crashing, or just falling into the void, or empty nothing, this is the equivalent of the swirly screen effect of the Nether. Instead of falling, you're caught by a cloud and you're slowly brought downwards. Although, on second thought, this may be something that you can get from the sky dimensions, from the dream worlds. Because on one hand, or not on one hand actually, it's already the other hand, the clouds, the particle effects, they don't seem to be going down. They seem to be going sort of sideways and straight forwards. So I'm not thinking that, I don't think that the person's falling unless there's some sort of really gentle, like spirally fall. Something resembling like the end of levels in Super Mario Galaxy, or something along those lines. But I can't say for sure whether it's going to be a means of transportation, whether it's an effect, or whether it's sort of an object that we're going to get from the dream world. I have no idea. I wish I could say more, but I have nothing to work with for this. Actually, another thing that I noticed, but I'm probably wrong. I could very easily be wrong, but it does look a tiny bit like he might be holding something in his hand, and that would be the hand he would be holding stuff in. So it's very possible that it is some sort of summonable object, although it's also very possible that I'm wrong. Oh, and another thing that I noticed. You're above the clouds. Now, I know that's already possible in Minecraft. It's already possible to be inside clouds and above the clouds, and it's actually, I find it really annoying to be inside clouds because it's hard to see, but that's beside the point. You can't get much significantly higher than the clouds. But at this point, if you really look, and it's kind of hard to compare, but it seems as though Minecraft Steve and his flying Nimbus here are significantly above the clouds. So it's possible that there is sort of a new level to walk on, and this is simply the effect that you get when you're walking on top of it. Maybe there's sort of like a glass-ish, as an invisible, completely translucent glass layer where the regular skybox is, or not, it wouldn't be skybox, but the map ceiling is in Minecraft, and now you can just walk on the other side. And this is the effect that happens. But right now, the way sort of the adventure update is going, I think the safest assumption is to say that this is some means of transportation that you can get from the dream worlds, or this is a part of the dream worlds. That this is a significant part of what you will be doing in the dream worlds, of what you can get in the dream worlds. But really, with the lack of things to work on and base my ideas off, I can do nothing but speculate and guess. Alright, well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please take the time to actually tell me what your own ideas are. Tell me what you might think this is. Leave your speculation and ideas in the comments below, and subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this video. Alright, well, thank you very much, and have a good day.